Hey, it is 12 p.m.-ish Central on the last Wednesday in April. Can you believe we're already here with April 26th? We're already through the first quarter and part of the second quarter. It is insane. As usual, I am here to answer your questions, your burning questions about all things sales, call reluctance, sales reluctance, video reluctance, and anything in between. So let's get right to it here. Question number one, what role does empathy play in successful sales, and how do you practice empathy with potential clients? I think a good starting point here is to identify the difference between empathy and sympathy, right? Sympathy is feeling badly for somebody. Empathy is putting yourself in that person's shoes and doing your best job to understand how they're feeling and what they're going through. Okay, that's a great way to connect with people. I don't think anybody wants sympathy. Well, I'll take that back. There are people who are victims who want sympathy. They want you to feel badly for them, but I think most people would prefer empathy. And so here's the thing. You don't necessarily have to have gone through something in order to empathize with somebody. Let me give you an example. So, my dad died when I was 23. My mom died when I was 39. So both my parents are gone. Now, if you're talking with me, you don't necessarily have to have lost a parent to empathize with me, right? If you have had that, then that's great. You can say, listen, my dad died when I was, 18. I remember how horrible it was. That had been tough on you. Hope things are going well. Or if you haven't had it, say, listen, I've never lost a parent before, but I can imagine it must have been hard. Okay, empathy is just really putting yourself in the other person's shoes and feeling what they're feeling based upon what's going on. So let's put that in perspective of sales. So interest rates are high, right? So you're talking with a buyer, geez, we're having a tough time finding a home, they're really expensive, interest rates are high. Empathy, yeah, they are high. It's been crazy, there's no question about it. I've had other buyers that I'm working with that are having a tough time too, but I am finding them homes. It sounds to me like you're looking for a good deal. If I can find you the perfect home with the perfect price, with a monthly payment that works for you, would you be open to looking sooner? If I'm in the insurance industry, for the longest time I had trouble getting life insurance because of being so big. I'm empathizing with this person. It's hard. I know. Everybody needs life insurance, and it's scary for you and for your kids for you to be in a situation like this. And it's got to be tough, but here's what I can do for you. I've got some other programs that I can help you at least get maybe an accidental death policy or something else, and say, listen, there are solutions. They may not be exactly what you need or want, but we do have some solutions that can help you. Empathy is literally just putting yourself in the other person's shoes, and even if you haven't gone through what they've gone through, helping them understand that you appreciate what they're going through and that you do feel for them. Goes a long way, huge connection. And if we can take this a little further, you get on the phone with somebody and they're like, I can't talk right now, man. We just had a death in the family last week. God, I'm really sorry to hear that. How's your family doing? That's got to be hard. Okay? Always when somebody gives you a situation that doesn't sound optimal or it's been a bad thing, I'm sorry to hear that. That's got to be hard. Pay attention. Hey, I'm not feeling well. Geez, that's too bad, man. What you got going on? No, I hope you feel better. Or I hate the flu. Or I hate COVID. Empathize with people. That's one of the best ways to connect with them after you build physiological connection with them. Okay? Number two, how do you handle situations where a customer is interested in your product or service but may not have the budget to make a purchase? Well, so here's the thing. What I find is that people don't know what they don't know. And at least in real estate, and it could be in other industries too, people overestimate how long it takes something to matriculate, and they underestimate how much money they're going to need for something. So I think that's something that a lot of people run into. And I was actually having this conversation today with a couple of my clients. I've been in the real estate industry forever, and even I drive by homes and look at them, and then sometimes I check the price, and I'm flabbergasted that a home is on the market for that much. So if I go through it after doing this for 25 years, I can imagine a consumer would have even more trouble. So, and that happens again, like I said, in just about every industry. But I think it's important that you think with a possibility mindset, anything's possible mindset. So if somebody says I don't have the budget for it, my first question is, okay, I can appreciate that. Well, what is your budget? There's a chance they don't even know what their budget is, and a lot of people don't keep a budget. Or the second thing is there somebody that told you that you couldn't afford this house, this whatever, or something like that? I think a lot of it also has to do with lack of knowledge, lack of understanding. I think a lot of people think they know what they need to know, but they don't realize what's available. If I'm an insurance agent, we'll go back to insurance again. We've got life insurance. There's so many policies out there, and so many types of life insurance. One policy may not work, but another policy does work. So first and foremost, obviously, make sure that they know that their budget is not such that they can afford what you're selling. That's the first thing. Secondarily, do everything you can to help them get to the point where they can afford it. And if that matters, talking to a professional who can help them with their financial situation, or if it's a product where talking with a financial professional is not going to help them, give them alternatives. Obviously, this is like goes without saying, just give them alternatives. Hey, this doesn't have X, Y, and Z, but it still has A and B, and it still suits your needs. Will that work for you? Right? And just find an alternative, and if necessary, maybe they need to work on their credit, or maybe they need to work on some other aspect of something in order to make it happen, and then you can refer them to a professional to help them maybe improve their credit or save some money to do what they need to do. But I think, having alternatives and giving people the confidence that you can help them no matter what their situation is going to go a long way for you. Just got 2 today. That's all we have. As always, email me, wally@triggersalesystem.com. You can hit me up on any of my social media portals at Wally Bressler. And love getting these questions. Keep sending them in to me. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care.